Welcome back to Explore Music, where we discover and learn about traditional and cultural music from around the world. Today we're looking at traditional instruments from Ukraine. We'll first start with percussion, then move to strings, and then last on wind instruments. The briatolnistio rattle is a traditional percussion instrument consisting of a wood handle with small metal or wooden plates attached. It accompanies music, particularly from the Carpathian Mountains region, often played alongside instruments like the bandura or cymbali. The pikova is a percussion instrument made from a horseshoe. Pikova actually means horseshoe, and it's used in folk music that creates a rhythmic accompaniment. The zatula is a Ukrainian instrument like a washboard. It features a rectangular wooden frame with ridges and a mounted metal plate. It was popular in rural areas during the 19th and early 20th centuries. The latavri are a bass drum that's similar to kettle drums or timpanis used in Ukraine. They were first used in Ukraine from the times of the Cossacks, probably as a signaling device or as a way to communicate during war. They're now used in Ukrainian folk instrument orchestras. Our last Ukrainian percussion instrument is the buhai, which is a friction drum made of wood and covered with animal skin, typically horse skin. Next, let's look at some string instruments. We'll first look at Ukraine's national instrument, the bandura. The bandura is a plucked string instrument with a long history in Ukrainian folk music. It resembles the lute and harp and is played by plucking the strings with both hands. With 55 to 65 strings arranged in groups, it offers a wide range of notes and chords. The bandura was popular among traveling musicians, especially during weddings and festivals. It was also associated with Ukrainian Cossacks and their songs. Despite suppression during the Soviet era, the bandura was revived in the 1960s and 1970s. Today, it plays a vital role in Ukrainian folk music and is used in ensembles alongside other traditional instruments. The kobza is a Ukrainian stringed instrument similar to a lute or mandolin. It has a short neck and a round body made of a gourd or wooden bowl. Historically, it was played by blind minstrels who sang of love, war, and history, the kobzars. Today, the kobza remains an important part of Ukrainian music. The kazobas is a relatively new instrument created in the 1960s. It was first made by musicians improvising with a bucket and a strung wire. The sound from the instrument reminds others of a goat voice, giving it its name. It has been developed in recent decades into a professional instrument. The lyrnik is a Ukrainian folk musician who played the lyra, a three-stringed instrument similar to the hurdy-gurdy. Musicians were known for their improvisation and storytelling skills. Tradition declined during Soviet rule, but has been revived in recent years. The huduk is a Ukrainian string instrument resembling a fiddle or violin with three strings. It has a narrow carved body and is played with a bow. The huduk is known for its rich tone and is used in Ukrainian folk music and dances. The husli is a plucked psaltery similar to the cymbali but smaller. It has 12 to 24 strings and produces a bright tinkling sound. The turban is a Ukrainian lute instrument, sometimes called the Ukrainian theorobo. It has a long neck, pear-shaped body, and unique sound between a lute and guitar. Though popularity declined, there has been a recent revival of interest in the turban. Cymbali is a hammered dulcimer and a key instrument in Ukrainian folk music. It comes in various string configurations based on the region, usually 48 to 68. There are some models with 104 strings. The skripka, or violin, is significant in both Ukrainian folk and classical music. In folk music, it is used as a solo instrument or in ensembles with other traditional instruments. There are a few wind instruments from Ukraine as well. The zalaika is a wind instrument similar to the crumhorn, commonly found in Slavic traditional music. The densivka is a wind instrument like a flute or whistle. made from wood with 6 finger holes. There are variations like the Gluvotovitska and Svoyara. The sopilka is a popular wooden flute in Ukraine. Made from a single piece of wood, it has 6 finger holes on the front and 1 on the back for the thumb. Different regions have their own sopilka variations, each with unique style and repertoire. The telenka is a primitive form of the densivka and resembles the duda or bagpipe. It lacks a bag, so the player blows directly into the pipe, creating a loud and piercing sound. Shepherds in the Carpathian Mountains use it to communicate with others or scare away predators. The traditional Ukrainian ocarina, or zazuka, combined with the cuckoo bird singing music, were believed to have health benefits, promote fertility, and ward off evil spirits. Kuvitsi is an ancient Ukrainian panpipe used by shepherds to communicate with their flocks. It was also played during rural celebrations like weddings and harvest festivals. The trombeta is a long wooden trumpet used in the Carpathian Mountains. It's made from a hollowed-out tree like spruce or pine and can be several meters long. Shepherds used it to communicate across the mountains and played it during festivities, producing a deep and haunting sound, similar to the alpine horn. Traditional Ukrainian bagpipes are known as duda. It's a wind instrument that consists of a bag made of animal skin, a blowpipe, and 1 or 2 melody pipes with reeds. The bag is inflated by the player blowing into the blowpipe, while the melody pipes are fingered to produce different notes. The duda is known for its distinct and powerful sound, which adds a unique flavor to Ukrainian folk music. 2 other historical instruments in Ukraine worth mentioning are the organs, one in St. George's Cathedral in Lviv, which dates back to the early 18th century, and the organ in the Odessa Philharmonic Hall, which was built in the late 19th century. Thanks for watching this episode of Explore Music, where we learned about traditional instruments from Ukraine. Leave a comment down below about what you learned or any instruments that I might have missed, and be sure to like and subscribe.